Alright. So, last time we talked, we were analyzing poetry.
Yes.
So, today we're going to try writing it.
Okay.
So, I want you to find a song that you relate to online.
Okay, so I'm gonna relate to. Okay. Let me think a little bit. Ooh, I like this one. Wait, a keyboard. Thank you. So glad it's touchscreen.
The beauty of DSU.
Alright. I found it.
You found it? Alright. So, what are your feelings about this song?
It makes me feel strong, because it's Fight Song.
Rachel Platten?
Yes.
That's a good choice.
Yes. Because sometimes I feel like I'm below water and I'm trying to swim, and so I don't know, this song just kind of pumps me up and just gets me going and happy thoughts.
Yeah. So what are the themes and ideas within the song?
Well, it's talking about how you're just one person and, a sea, an ocean even, because there's millions of people, billions of people on this earth,
Yeah.
and you're just one tiny itty bitty one out of all of them, and it's talking about, fighting back, not, maybe not so much being noticed, but just not being pushed around.
Yeah. Kind of like the song we talked about last time.
Yes.
Remember what song it was?
You're talking about the roar one?
Yes. Awesome job. So, is there a sequence of events within?
Well, she's kind of giving you a vision, of what it looks like, what's going on in her head,
Mm-hmm.
and then she's talking about the fighting and what's going on and how you should stand up for yourself, and why she was hopeless but now has hope.
Yeah.
And then brings it back to, even though you're still that small boat on the ocean, that you can handle whatever waves are going to come at you.
Yeah. So, how do you think the writer decided what to put in to the work?
Probably personal experiences. Because to me, and I don't know, she probably has other songs,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe it was her struggle, getting into the music industry, because, you think about, I know this is not probably appropriate, but Coyote Ugly. And even though it's not based on a true story, but, she wanted just to be a songwriter, but had to be able to sing her songs and had to go to the open mic and be able to do it,
Absolutely.
You can't just go in, But I think nowadays, too, with YouTube, people can be instantly famous because, you hear on the radio or TV all the time that, they're they're the YouTube sensation, or some stations play the top 10 YouTube videos, So, anyway, getting off track.
That has to start somewhere, And a lot of that is the songwriting. Because, especially in the country music industry, it's hard to find good female writers. Because it's such a male-dominated genre. Why do you think that might be? That it might be harder for women writers?
I don't know. Because I've never thought about it before.
Yeah. So female artists find it harder to sing songs, find it harder to make it out on the radio. That's how the statement became of the male artists are the lettuce of a salad, whereas the female artists are just tomatoes. And there was a whole movement on it because of that. It's because it's so hard to find good songs. And a lot of that comes from writing, and a lot of that writing comes from personal experiences. So that's hopefully what we're going to accomplish today. So, I want you to think about a moment in your life that that had a tremendous impact on you. Something that's really kind of motivated you. Yeah. And if you don't have something tremendous, there can just be like this moment where you're like, I feel singled out and everyone else around me is doing so much better.
No, I'm just kidding.
But I want you to think about that and summarize it and try to use a little bit of detail.
Okay. Perfect, I found the page.
All right. And after you get done writing your summary, I want you to use the rhythm and the lyrics to your song, or maybe the rhythm to another song might help you too, just to find a flow to make those words into more of a poetry form. Okay? And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Okay.
But want to make sure that you have your point, like your main focal point in there. Stay true to what you're writing. Make sure you've got ideas that you can interconnect with each other. And kind of what we talked about last time. You remember what we talked about last time?
Refresh my memory.
Picking out keywords and phrases that might make an impact on other people. And how they can develop. And once you're done with your work, and I understand if you don't get it done today, you'll publish it to our class blog, and you'll need to respond to 3 other posts. So people will be commenting on yours, you'll be commenting on theirs, and next time we get together, we'll discuss it. And before I let you out today, we are going to do an exit ticket. So I'll let you get to your work. What?
Is there a rubric for this poem?
A rubric? No, there's not. It's a kind of a free writing, creative writing assignment. As long as you kind of keep within the confines of like the forms of poetry.
Okay.
And no swearing or getting vulgar or anything like that, because it is going to be posted on our school website.
Okay.
Do you want me to actually write this? No. I'm just kidding.
You're making me think hard though. I have a moment being singled out.
All right. Before you leave today, I do have an exit ticket to hand out to you. And it has 3 questions on it. I want you to respond. How does this simplify poetry for you? Or maybe how does it challenge you? And how do you think this will affect your writing?
Okay. You want to answer those questions? Okay. Man, you were stirring up some emotions and feelings in me.
All right. Well, that is all for the day.